coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL, once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. His guys are no secret. They're playing for pride at this point. Just one victory on what has largely been a forgettable season. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports. Past midfield, look out. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And with the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuck at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
A little juke. Once more the juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Play action, Willis. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Come on. Ready, go.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. A gain of 5. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the Saints' 43-yard line.
That's Samuel caught inside. And he's taken down inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the Falcons, first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field and like, okay, we can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up third and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And now they're in the hurry up.
12 yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Arkansas. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll start by running the option to the right. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
A gain of 29.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith. A loss of 2.
Ready.
2nd and 12.
Hop, 70, hop.
18-yard
Back to throw, Willis. Olave holds it in. And they'll make sure he's touched down.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step up the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara from 8 yards out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Falcons offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
It's 4th down.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Tag! Falco 80! Set up!
From the gun, here's Willis. The pass caught by Olave. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Hey!
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Willis looks to pass it here. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Prater's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdowns scored on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hunter. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A 7-yard gain. And the Falcons 1st down.
Jackson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now you look at this Saints defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Check. 19 Chargers.
Willis out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6.
Coming left is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 3rd down and 10. Here's Willis. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the top part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Now they'll come out now in an empty backfield. 5 receivers split out. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson will try and do this himself. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
4-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Robinson with another carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Allen. And outbounds right around the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sean Robinson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
You. Report.
Jackson now. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Drake London, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out on the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Willis looking to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
The Saints first down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Willis to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Still shedding tackles. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Willis to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now Willis to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Let's go now.
At the 10-yard line.
60.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No
whistle lifted, throw it. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Working to put a drive together.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Jackson going to keep it. Short throw caught by Pitts.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Caught by London.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Decided to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
116 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Now a toss play. Allen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Jackson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with that last completion, number 491 on the year, even though this is not a category most people follow on a year-to-year basis, that's going to break Tom Brady's mark of 490 set back in 2022. So he adds the cherry on top to what has been a tremendous campaign.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the toss, here's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really... Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. Oh, it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throw left side. There's London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Saints 10.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with great starting field position, one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
And the catch made by Johnson. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Back to throw, Willis. Again, it's Johnson. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Willis. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And that will get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Willis.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's January 4th. Are we still within the range we could say Happy New Year? Well, Happy New Year. This is it. Week 18. Everything to play for. Let's roll. Our journey around the NFL starts now. 2 AFC North teams with no love lost. And it's Shedeur Sanders. He's going to find his man, and he did plenty of that. 1 of 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Dragons will be the #1 seed in the playoffs. They finish off the regular season with the victory. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is Jared Goff. A touchdown pass here from 23 yards out. The Lions trying to prove they're among the favorites for the upcoming playoffs. They lead here in the finale. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. And this is the second-year man, Bucky Irving. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Bucs lead it by a couple of touchdowns at the half. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Willis looks to pass it here. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Now inside the 25. Chase Claypool. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home team's offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That one deep for London. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcons first down.
Now it's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Robinson on the option. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, it's Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid. And now here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They go play action with Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Willis.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
To throw, here's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Got a man, it's London.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 12 yards.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
All to give, here's Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run again here with Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now it's Jackson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
167 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the Saints' 22-yard line.
Jackson now.
Into the hands of London.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Jackson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Jackson. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons extend their lead yet again.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 17.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Oh, look at the juke.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Willis.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And Lamar continues to be one of the best to ever do it, at least in terms of quarterbacks running the football. He's just eclipsed his own single-season record of 1,206 rushing yards in one season. Handoff now to Robinson.
Oh, good move. Again with a juke. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Here's Jackson to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Saints 17.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Willis looking to throw it.
Throw left side to Reynolds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. A quick throw there is incomplete. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Right back to the air again with Willis.
A nice little juke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Saints.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Final minute now of the third quarter.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Willis.
Check that.
Open man completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Saints are able to claw one back. Prater for the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 44-yard line.
They run. Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 198 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on his defense. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Jackson. Caught by London. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground with Robinson. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw, Willis. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
Willis on the sneak. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a
Come on,
Saints.
come on. Hey.
First down.
Now Willis to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chase Claypool.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
228 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On the move past the 40.
And finally taken down at the 34. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
This, the 2nd meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the will go up to the challenge.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's another Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And some space here. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And quickly they get to the line.
Falcons, 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
31.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. With the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession.
A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know. It's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball. I want to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Kamara. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, with the first down.
Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free.
And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
180. Shot. 180. Hey, shot.
Here's Robinson.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for London on the out route complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Davis on the tackle.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
No, we changed.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here's second and 3.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Right back to Pitts again.
Still going. They can't stop him. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line.
Falcons first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
15 more yards. And the Falcons first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The 10-play drive that time. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out on the field comes New Orleans.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10
Cowboy
at
80.
the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Shooting the tackler and gives him some room. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
From the gun, here's Willis.
And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, man, it's London.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
21 more yards. And the Falcons first down. First and
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Atlanta,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
they were unable to find a second victory as they finish off a woeful and very tough 1-16 campaign.
And you have to imagine that there will be some big-time house cleaning to do, possibly starting as early as tomorrow morning. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.